Hello everyone, how good of you to join, and welcome back to our mega city Crown Falls, the superior metropolis still, and boy, we have a lot of work to do. As usual, let's have a quick look at my investors that we have over there, and what I can see is that chocolate and coffee is actually going down. We do not have the products anymore to sustain this kind of population. I mean, at some point it had to happen, right? We are at 160,000 people right now in Crown Falls. It's so many people that even my strongest production chains are collapsing at the moment. Not all of them though, most of them are looking actually still pretty fine, though we will need to make some adjustments there soon. But as we can see, coffee is down and chocolate is down. There's actually some chocolate in right now, but I'm pretty sure there's just a trader that arrived and unloaded those goods. So what we need to do here is, yep, we need to reinforce those productions. I already sent a ship over to the New World that is also arriving. Oh, this is actually the huge collier, not the one that I've sent to the New World. The huge collier Hydra in the Arctic is actually doing something else, and that is getting us items for a zoo. Yes, that's right. We do need to prepare the next big landmark in Crown Falls that we want to have, and the zoo is just the one for that. And as we can see, we do get some very interesting items there: the boreal caribou, the musk ox. So we do want to have, of course, all kind of different animals there in our zoo, and we do have one from Africa, we do have one from the New World, and of course we do need animals from the Arctic region as well, just to show all the, well, inhabitants of my empire, more or less. Now, another thing, at my research institute, we do have now the ability to research the Great Eastern, and of course I want to go with that. Some of you actually really want to see the Great Eastern, so let's go ahead and put this one in development. It's going to take us a while. We can of course assign a couple more engineers to that, so that we drop it down to perhaps an hour. Yeah, almost, right? So 1 hour 14 this one takes right now. It's in development, it's going to take a while, and we're pretty down on engineer workforce, but of course they're just being used in the research. Speaking about workforce, what we can also see is we have 6,000 workers available right now. That's way too much. They're not the best taxpayers. So let's go ahead and upgrade us a few more of these jolly good people over here in my, well, in my other districts that we still have in Crown Falls. So those outer districts that we have there right now, definitely let's go ahead with mass upgrading more of these districts. Oh my goodness, we are going to be so down on the resources. Let's also have more up here now, so this district finally gets its artisans proper. We could also, wait a second, have just the new skins for that. Yeah, let's make it a bit darker up here. Why not? By the way, I like the colorful artisan buildings just beside the palace a lot. So this is really how it's supposed to look, I think, in my opinion anyway. And yes, some of you also said, oh my goodness, you people have so much to say, and I'm really glad about all the feedback. And what we definitely should be having more here is more houses and stuff like that. Of course, we should also be keeping green area for gardens and stuff like that available. So I don't want to have too many houses everywhere, but of course, a few more houses here might just be fine. Especially this area is not looking good at all. We do have the bus station there right now. The bus station we could also just as easily have on the other side. So over here, let's get rid of these trees there and instead have the bus station over there. This is still fitting in, and it still has the palace there in its area. Perfect. And that makes it possible for us to have a few more buildings here if we want to. Well, and what better way to use this whole thing for some ornaments for a nice little plaza that we have just across the palace. There you go, with some city lamps as well that we have there, with our latest trees that we've just earned in the Eden burning scenario, and of course a hot air balloon in the center that is kind of like not visible right now. Where is it? Where's my balloon? Up and up away. I don't see that really. I think the balloon just vanished. Let's just try this one again.
Ship constructed.
Right, I guess he's up there actually. He's in the air. And he's just coming down again. Alright, no problem. Then we have still a couple of stands here where people can eat something, and some tables there as well. A nice little area really where people can just enjoy the day and eat something before they go to the guard or the palace itself, right? And look at that at dawn. It looks just really beautiful there with the lighting. as the balloon is coming down. We still have a bit of space over there. We could, of course, just extend this whole plaza area then. Or, I don't know, we have some other ornaments. I don't want to plaster it too much here because we do have, after all, lots of green area that we can still use for something, well, useful in general. We could have these alleys there as well, or some gardens perhaps. But for now, let's just close it off with some flower beds that are having the same color as the palace, because it kind of like goes then over there for those people to enjoy the day as well. Very good. What we just got the message for though is that in the new world, the cargo ship has arrived, and it should be somewhere over there. There it is, with lots and lots of timber and bricks. Let's get this one over there to Tristão right away. So the first thing I can see right now is that my Honolera's workforce is rather down. The good thing is we have in Tristão still a lot of space over here that we can use for some more buildings. Let's just have a look around. We also have, oh yeah, a plague, and as far as I can see, there is no hospital anywhere close by. So we could have a hospital here. What am I talking about? We will have a hospital here, right there in all its glory. There's actually also a nice balcony up there for eating and lunchtime. It must be for that, right? Let's also have some trees in the back to further beautify my Tristão. That's very important. This city is so important, really. We do need everything with this city. We could have a few more here. Oh, and oil refinery once more. This is collapsing quite often, this oil refinery over there. I can't even do anything about it. We could have a fire station a bit closer perhaps, because this will reduce the chance of explosions overall. Right, so let's have the fire station just here. Right, so that it will just reduce a bit the explosion chance, really, but that's it. And by the way, my industry sector down here is already connected with the main road. So what I might actually do is I might get rid of this one here. We are going to push the road then a bit over there, and I could end this main avenue there with another colonial church, and I think I'm going to do this. After all, right, the new world should be having lots of churches. There you go, right at the end of it. Might actually do a little plaza in front of it, perhaps. Right, so we're just going to have this one somewhere over there, and around it we're going to have then the street here once more. That might be a fence actually at some point, and this gives me the opportunity now of having a few more houses here, right? I can plan ahead with that. We do have a marketplace, very good, very, very good, and I will probably, even though it does take quite a lot of space, but I will probably use this layout there to continue with that area, right? Even though, as I said, it's taking up space quite a lot with that too, that we could use, of course, for getting more and more Honoleras into the city. Now let's actually do the end here. There we have that, and this is really the end now, because then we are touching, really touching now the industrial area for my people, which is totally fine, because after all, people need to work somewhere, and this is the place for it. Let's have a few more houses here and here, and we do have, oh, we have 1,600 tons of bricks available. That is so much. We can really just plaster the whole island with paved roads if we want to. That's not a lot of Honoleras that we see here. And the doctor is working now. Perfect. Let's repair those. And over here we have the other marketplace, so I really don't need any more marketplaces, right? We could go ahead and have the plaza-like, or the courtyard type of blocks just over here. So let's have a couple more in this area, and probably yeah, we could squeeze it in just nicely here. Perfect. And then we have kind of like the middle road here where we could have, why not, a nice garden. And this is really the road where it ends. So I guess, yes, this is still working. This is what we're going to do here. And probably get rid of that road there again. There is one house we can squeeze in just fine. And then perhaps another block here. And this is the end then. Those people are living right beside the alpaca pastures. I mean, it will have an advantage. They can get their alpaca wool rather quickly. There you go. Rid of this road there as well. And then we have still a cup or a bit more here. We could have, yep, something like that. Right, with their entrances then here as well. That is fine. And then it ends once more. And here actually, yep, why not? Let's have a garden. It might not be my best creation, but I think we can squeeze it in like that because there's not that much that we can really squeeze in. With some fountains there and some trees to provide the shades. Very good. There we still also have lots of empty space here that we can fill in with some palm trees if we want to, or some mixed trees there as well. And here perhaps as a buffer zone between my people and the pastures. And of course, since it's getting really, really warm in these areas, it might just be good to have more trees because basically you need the shade. Oh my goodness, without that I would die. It's certainly a painful death of heatness. There we still have some more ruins. I hope these are the last ones. My Honora's workforce is looking perfectly fine again. I think this is a nice ending to Tristão there really, as we have the transition into the industry sector. About the cathedral, of course, as we know, the cathedral is really expensive, so we do need some gold, brass and windows still. Most of them I should have in Crown Falls, and I will get them over in due time. And then we have basically 2 of these cathedrals there at certain very important points there as well. These Honaleros are really happy, they don't need anything else. The Obreros though, oh yes, a boxing arena we might need up here, but that's about it, I think. Yes, that's it. At least we have the workforce back in again. So let's go for my auspicious isle. And over here we do have our coffee production, right? We do already have a trade union, so we're boosting them to the maximum already. Let's just check what is missing here. I think coffee beans we have quite a lot. That is right. Coffee itself, not so much. How much coffee do we produce right now? 60 per minute. It's 63 per minute, actually. 63. And we consume in Crown Falls 59. So we should actually be fine. And also what I've seen is that coffee is not really fully stocked here, right? So it is getting transported. It's a bit strange, perhaps. Let's also upgrade the warehouses because I think some of them are a bit overloaded, and that might also lead to some shortages there for the coffee. Let's build us another coffee roaster up there, and I'm probably going to build another one here. I mean, after all, we can afford it. We have full amount of Obrero workforce that is shared with Tristão. So we do have a couple more here. And how's my coffee plantations looking? I'm boosting them. We're boosting them already. There's also the trade union number 1 and trade union number 2 that provides the fertility. And yep, we still have some space up here, so let's go ahead and have us a couple more of them piling up in this area. And as we know, they do need quite a lot of space, but we should still be able to do that. There you go. And then the last one. And we still have, do we still have some space up there? There is a police station here that we probably don't really need, so that gives me a bit more space there again for some more plantations if I need to. Correct. There we have 3 more of them. Off you go. And this one is already fully upgraded. There's just so many cars here. Look at that. Let's upgrade those. This one, they're all fully upgraded, alright. Could have some paved roads there too to speed up transportation time. To reduce transportation time, I should say. This one and here as well. There you go. And then of course we could have some more here. So I could have 1 more here and probably 2 more in this area then, right? How much further is it going? It's actually going pretty far, so there's room for more than just that. Of course, we do need to keep some room available for the plantations then, right? So in this case here, we probably could squeeze them in like that. That's right. And each one of them gets now their space still, and then we could still have more over there. That probably would work out as well. If we need more of that, that is. We're already capped on the coffee beans, so I think we do have too much anyway. Let's just hope that this one is working out for the best. Let's have 1 more down here then. This is the ending more or less. Perfect. Then we are out of bricks, but my cargo ship has arrived already and is having all the bricks in the vault that we're going to need, and some more timber for Auspicious Isle. The other thing was the chocolate production, and that is happening in Vega. And over here we do need coffee beans and cocoa. Both of them are probably not really in high quantity. The coffee beans are fine. That's over here. So there I was a bit uncertain how much I would need. Oh, look at that. There is a warehouse missing. So there we already have our choke point. Perfect. This is also working out. There we have now the maximum amount of coffee plantations that I could still squeeze in there. This warehouse though is quite full now because of that, but I think that's a minor issue. My battleship also arrived in Vega up here, where we still need to improve our, well, chocolate production. For that, I do have some more cocoa plantations that we can have in this area. Let's upgrade the warehouse for that. They're still profiting also from the Tristão workforce. This is all nice. Here we can upgrade the next warehouse. This one is already upgraded. Let's just check this one out real quick. So I think coffee will have enough. I do have now 19 cocoa plantations. I think they're also being boosted. No, they're not being boosted. We could boost them by 50%. I'm going to do that since, well, happiness doesn't really matter on this island, and with that I could still get like 4 more chocolate factories in without risking too much, right? And I think we're going to do that. We have the warehouse here. They also need to be close to the trade union there, right? Because they're getting boosted by it. So we need to make sure that we are all having them in range. This one, let's move it down a bit. The same goes with that one. So that I hopefully, yes, perfect, can squeeze in some 3 more in this area. And they're all getting not only access, but they're also within the range of my cocoa, of my trade union. And probably one more, this one. This one has it, perfect. There you go. Having a couple more here. Also, I will need to upgrade this warehouse though. And for that, we'll need more resources. And I think my cargo ship is down here already. Let's get some timber and let's get some bricks over and move it to Vega. And this will also finalize our chocolates there once more, hopefully for quite some time. Alright, Bente is in the process of purchasing back some shares. The same with Hugo. This is an endless battle there, more or less. It's a bit annoying, but we cannot really do anything about that. If he purchases it, he purchases the shares. Alright, so chocolate and coffee, we do have some in stock. Of course, that's not the effect yet of my restocking, but we are going to see that soon. Let's just check it out now. We do have... Oh yeah, there is another problem now that I just noticed. And that is, if I want to have more level 5 skyscrapers, I do need the billiard tables. Now, 2 things I could do about that. First of all, we have in the town hall this one here, the Blue Skies Delivery Service, right? That is providing the billiard tables if the department store and furniture store are close by. So most of these buildings here will have that. I don't think we have any more level 4 skyscrapers though in the town hall area. So I do need another town hall area where I can provide that, and this one is of course the logical choice. I was planning originally to build a skyscraper tower here. We're not doing that anymore. So I can now go ahead and upgrade those fellas there to skyscrapers too. And then I can decide, between all of them, where I could have my next town hall. Now I know where I left this space available here in the northern area. There we still have a space for one more town hall that is really getting a lot of skyscrapers into its area. That's perfect. We do need them for the level 5 ones. Let's build the town hall perhaps in a bit more appropriate manner. There you go. So it's a nice little plaza area once more that we have here. In the center there's already something here. We could have the road going over there and probably around that, around the town hall there. And then, yeah, I don't know. It's really a tiny area. So perhaps a little fountain beside the town hall might be something, together with some trees on either side. That just should do the trick. And then here perhaps some statue right beside the town hall. That's really fine looking. It's totally okay. And with that, we can now apply the next big item here, and that is the Blue Skies Delivery once more. Maintenance cost is increased for the skyscrapers, but also their happiness, and they're provided with these very expensive items. Also on top of that, reduced needs is something that I do like quite a lot here. The effects residences consume 40% less rum, beer, schnapps, and champagne. It's only those items though, so that's, or those goods, not that great. After all, 18 happiness for the residents, workforce plus 15%, but also the chances of riots is increased by, is decreased by 30%. Let's go ahead with this. Perfect. I like that already. And then we have Saint d'Artois, Vision of the Valley. This is a legendary item. Chance of illness, chance of riots is reduced dramatically, and also plus 2 residences. And they also get bonuses for steam carriages, chocolate, fried plantains. Let's go ahead with this. It's a nice boost to my population there once more, as we can see. And those are golden. Now with that, we will be able to upgrade lots and lots of skyscrapers in this area to the next levels once everything has been met. So they are still growing inside their houses. And what we could also do is, wait a second. Why do you don't want to upgrade? Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, because with the item, we just increased the residents in this building, right? By 2 for each chocolate and stuff like that. So they need to grow. That's why I cannot upgrade them at the moment. Those buildings here are not affected though, so they will be able to upgrade later. There we actually have a tower that we can upgrade to level 4. Let's just do this one. There's no problem with solitary skyscrapers from time to time. Would probably... Yep, let's upgrade those. They will get some nice panorama effect bonuses there. That's a bit more additional income.
Your leadership.
And yes, those guys here can also be upgraded now, all at once. And let's go ahead and do this. Bit expensive, perhaps. But it's fine, because we're getting the money back then again. By the way, I totally forgot. These buildings down here are not yet repainted. And I definitely want to do that. So let's just see that we get the right ones. I would like to probably go with the more colorful ones. There you go. Apply it to the whole area. And also to the ones that we have there. It's just looking so much nicer overall. There you go. And the artisans I'm going to keep though. So far so good. We have everything here. I'm just waiting now for those people here to grow. And then we can get more tier 5 skyscrapers in order to advance with our, well, our monument that is still taking its time there. Stay tuned.